What's up guys, Steve here with a breaking news update regarding stimulus checks and the stimulus package. As earlier I gave you the good news that we finally received word that Congress this morning has announced they're going to be providing a stimulus package. They're going to be providing it this week, it sounds like, and included they're going to be adding stimulus checks. Now in that update I let you guys know that we didn't have a whole lot of details about the stimulus checks. I couldn't answer any of your questions. We didn't know the amount, we didn't know who was eligible, we didn't know about SSI, SSDI, veterans, railroad benefits. We didn't know if they would be garnished for child support. Well, now we're getting details that are leaking out right now from Congress about what potentially these checks could look like. So I'm going to get you caught up as to what we've heard just in the past hour regarding these stimulus checks. And it sounds like if you have kids, they could get double stimulus checks. That's right. That's just what we've received word on. So I'm going to get you caught up on all the details of the articles that are rolling out right now. But before we dive in, if you like and appreciate these video updates, be sure to ever so gently obliterate the like button. I would appreciate it. And why wouldn't you? Everybody's doing it. This is great news. If you hit the like button, leave comments, and share these videos out to anybody who you think might need to see them, I would appreciate it. It helps out my channel. Thank you so much. And also, if you'd like to stay up to date on everything that's rolling out right now, and there's a lot happening this week, be sure to smash the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so that way as soon as I upload videos, you can be notified right away. And if you don't already, be sure to follow me as well on Instagram at SteveRam3. But now let's get caught up on the latest regarding stimulus checks. All right, so link in the description below to this article that just came out an hour ago that reads, yes, a second stimulus check is back on the table. 12 things to know today. Congress is expected to vote on a new economic relief package that reportedly includes a second stimulus check. Here's what we know so far and how much money you could get. The article reads, a second stimulus check is back in play for 2020 as bipartisan negotiators continue to work on a stimulus bill for 2020. The new economic relief package could be revealed as early as Wednesday, today, as a result of ongoing talks with top Republicans and Democrats representing the White House, Senate, and House representatives. The package now reportedly includes a second stimulus check of a $600 or $700 maximum for eligible Americans. So there you guys have it. As I mentioned in my previous video, the checks could be smaller, and what we're hearing is $600 or $700 per person. However, this article came out an hour ago. We now have an update that came out about 10 minutes ago saying that might not necessarily be the case for children, like I mentioned. So we're going to get to that in just a second, but first I want to provide you with some of the more details that are included in this article, and it reads how much your household could get if the new bill passes. And it says, if a $600 stimulus payment per eligible adult and qualifying children dependent is approved, it would put some money in people's pockets at a lesser amount than what Congress sent earlier this year. The first round of checks sent $1,200 to qualifying adults and $500 to children. By making adult earners and child dependents equal, families with more children would see a greater benefit than individual earners or married couples with no children. Here's a look at how the latest proposal could hypothetically play out compared to the first round of stimulus payments. All right, so here on the screen you guys can see a breakdown that they provided that shows stimulus checks $600 versus $1,200, and you can see it shows you how much you would have got in that first round and how much is being proposed right now if the check is $600 per person. So it says if you're an individual, $600 before you would have got $1,200. If you're an individual with one child, this time you'll get $1,200 before you would have got $1,700. And then as you add children on, the amount that you can get progresses and becomes more and more. So they're really promoting getting additional stimulus support to families, people with children, as you can see here from this chart. Now, for those of you who are wondering, what about eligibility? What about SSI, SSDI, veterans, railroads? What about child support, garnished wages, things like that? Well, here in this article, they break down a little bit more information as well. So let's go ahead and take a look at what it has to say. And it says, there is important rules and exceptions to know. If a second stimulus check is approved, there will be lots of small details, rules and exceptions that may be confusing. While some situations will be easy to understand, others concerning you and your dependents might make it unclear if you're eligible and how much money you might receive because there are many fringe cases. For example, older adults and retirees can qualify for a stimulus check, but there are exceptions. People who owe child support could have their stimulus money garnished. Some parents who share custody of their child dependent could each get more stimulus money. You don't have to be a U.S. citizen living in America to get a check. A different process may be required for people who receive SSDI. Certain issues could delay your check, such as if you recently moved. So here's a couple things to take into consideration as more details roll out regarding these items. All right, so now let's take a look at this article that just came out a little while ago from CNN. Maybe it'll be an hour old by the time I get this up, but they talk about potentially increasing stimulus checks for families and kids. Let's take a look. It says, Hill leaders eye new round of stimulus checks as part of the $900 billion pandemic relief deal. The article reads, further down, I took out a section, and it says, Senate Majority Whip John Thune told reporters that he thinks $600 to $700 is under discussion for stimulus checks and double that for family and kids. So let me know your interpretation of that. What does that mean to you? But in my opinion, double that for family and kids. That would potentially mean, in my opinion, double the amount for the dependents. Maybe double the amount for the entire family. Let me know. It's kind of open to interpretation, but it looks like double. In my mind, it would be double that amount for the kids. So instead of $600, they get $1,200. Or instead of $700, you can get $1,400 per child. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Now, further on, it reads that Thune, a Republican from South Dakota, also added he thinks there will be $300 for unemployment benefits per week. So that's that FPUC boost that we were talking about. It was $600 per week in the CARES Act, but now it's going to be $300 per week, what they're proposing, and it's going to go out for 4 months. So they're going to add that boost on top of unemployment benefits. And that was in the original proposal they had. Stimulus checks were not, but now it looks like they're going to be included. Additionally, it says, I feel optimistic. I think there's been a lot of progress made, he said, adding, I'm hopeful that we'll be able to hit the deadline, which is this Friday. So if they're hopeful that they're going to hit the deadline, that means they're going to have something ready today, it sounds like, because they got to have it voted on in the House, voted on in the Senate, and then signed into law by the president. So they need to have something now. And if they're hopeful they're going to hit the deadline, you guys, it looks like a stimulus package might be ready today. All right, so very exciting news. Looks like stimulus checks will be included in this package. Now, just to recap as to what is included as of right now, we'll get more details. But last we heard, here is a look at it, $748 billion that has been approved. This is the first part of the 908 that they agree upon that they're saying they're going to pass. Now, in here, these are urgent provisions, and it says there's going to be an extension of unemployment benefits. That's going to include PUA, PEUC, and also the $300 per week FPUC boost we just discussed. There's going to be $180 billion allocated to help with those unemployment provisions. Additionally, it says $300 billion for small businesses. This is going to be PPP and EIDL. Also, $13 billion for food programs. $13 billion, it says, for farmers, ranchers, growers. $25 billion for rental assistance and extension of the eviction moratorium. $35 billion for healthcare. There's also going to be an extension of the student loan forbearance. $16 billion for testing, tracing, and vaccines. $12 billion for CDFI. $5 billion for emergency funds for substance abuse and mental health. $82 billion for education. $10 billion for child support providers. $10 billion for broadband. $45 billion for transportation. And it also eliminates the debt from the U.S. Postal Office of $10 billion. And also it repurposes or reallocates unused funds from the CARES Act to help fund this. So these are some of the items that are included in this package, and add on to that another round of stimulus checks. Well, you guys, that is your latest, greatest breaking news that has just come out in the past hour. I'm very happy to share this with you as of today, Wednesday, December the 16th. As more information rolls out, know that I will be sure to keep you guys up to date here on the channel. And if you haven't already and you like and appreciate these video updates, be sure to smash the like button. It helps me out, it helps out the channel. Thank you so much. And if you're not already a part of the viewing community, what are you doing? Everybody's doing it. Smash the subscribe button and turn on that notification bell so that way as soon as I upload these updates that are rolling out right now, you can get notified right away. And also, if you don't already, be sure to follow me on Instagram as well at SteveRam3. I do my best to respond to all the questions here on YouTube in the comments, but there's so many, I know I missed a lot of them. If you got a specific question, be sure to follow me on Instagram at SteveRam3. Shoot me a DM and I'll do my best to help you out. Well, you guys, I hope this reaches you well. Take care. God bless. This is Steve.